to boss. Welcome onto the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, RideAndChat.
Okay.
Yes, I'm so much happy to have this opportunity to share with you guys my touching story. Yes, I'll take you a big way back. I mean, I grew up in one of the most popular markets in Accra. I wish I can mention the name, but I will still leave that for some other day.
Okay.
Yeah, so I lost my dad at the age of 9. I was in class 5, class 4, class 5, and I mean, things were a bit difficult. I had to switch from a Montessori school to a government school. You know, you can imagine, my mom used to sell at the market, but she wasn't pressured much because father was doing well and didn't give her a bit of pressure. So yes, I had to join her at the market, supported by selling, and also school at the same time was a bit difficult. And by then, we call a anopa system at the government institution.
Okay.
So me were anopa. I would have to go to school close at 12 because the other badges will come. Then I have to move to the market to sell. I normally engage in poly bags and a bit of selling peppers and stuffs.
Okay.
So that was what I was doing to support myself, to get a day in day out monies to feed on when I go to school, and also to support my mom. So we did that for quite some time till I completed JHS. I mean, after JHS, you know, right after JHS, you know, the hustle has to continue. I was helping my mom out at the market full time, and she engaged in condo and cassava dough. I was supporting her so that we could reduce cost of living and stuff. And so right after that, I had to wait for my JHS result. It came out, and I was supposed to go on a boarding spree, but my old girl was against it because I mean, she wasn't financially good, stable to take me all the way from herself to another region to continue my SHS education. So I had to stay home for 1 solid year. And believe me, it was my late sister who advised my mom, because I think she didn't understand the essence of me going far. So it was my late sister who advised, okay, if you won't allow the young chap to go away from you to cut down cost, okay, let's look around and look for a private SHS around so that he could just start and, I mean, further his education. I tried a private school around. I realized the fees was so much. I had to drop out. I dropped out and stayed home for some time, and quickly we had to reach out to my former school where I was placed by a computer. We visited and they told us no, we didn't come early and there is no room for me to be enrolled. I was like, okay, fine. So what are we going to do now? We were leaving the school premises and we met the assistant headmaster and spoke to us, so we took his number, and he told us in case there is a space or a chance in any of the courses, he's going to get back to us. So before we left, we met one technical teacher called Mr. Vaje. I spoke to him recently, and I'm so grateful to that man. Yeah, so we took his number, and he was like, if anything, we should just get back to him. He was like, okay, cool. One day, I was with my sister, and the assistant headmaster called. I said, yo, there's a space at the agri department. Would you like to offer? I was like, no problem. We did all we had to do, and we got there. And I became a day student. I mean, I'm being given a second chance. I missed the first one, so there was no way I could get a space at the boarding house. I became a day student. I was walking miles to school because I couldn't afford taxi. There is no trotro in the eastern region, up and down. So I couldn't afford taxi. I was walking miles to school, like from Malam to Odoko, every blessed day, in and out. I didn't complain. I was just moving bit by bit. So on weekends, I would have to follow this teacher of mine, Mr. Vaja. He's a technical teacher. I have to follow him to do his technical teacher. So I mean, he has personal businesses he runs, like a construction firm and stuff. Follow him up, do the pongpo we all talk about in Ghana. Yeah, so sometimes my mom will call. So won't you call and ask for money? I was like, I'm okay. They didn't understand. Till now, they still don't understand how I survived for the 3 years in school. So the 4th year, I was recommended by the going out school prefect. Told the board that no, he has seen some qualities in me as a leader. So they should just give me a try. So they listened to me. I went through the normal procedure, and funny enough, I didn't really campaign much. My competitor was high on hopes because he was a mass servant, so he was known and in the school premises and outside. Exactly. He's an indigent, so I'm from nowhere, from Accra, so I had no hopes. But on the day of reading our manifesto, the aura, the vim, the vigor, and they felt, no, this is a different breed of a person. They started shouting, hey, I realized, no, I would win this thing hands down. So fast forward, I became a school prefect. In my school, I had a chance to move back to the school. That was when I enjoyed life for that few time before I completed. Right after completing, I came back to Accra, Tema, back again. I had to continue. I was helping my sister out, and it got to a point I need to go search for a job, growing up. And here lies the case again. It was difficult, SHS levels.
Okay.
How much more university level? It was going to be difficult, and no one was even going to help me out to continue that education. I was like, okay, one day, if nobody comes through for me, I'll definitely take myself back to school. I was working. I worked in so many places. And one time I had a consignment to work with Chopbar Refinery, and I worked with them for 6 months, gathered a few money, and quickly I told my mom and my sister that I want to further my education. I want to read anything IT. So I would want to apply for Data Link University inside Tema. They agreed, but they got discouraged with the fees. So what I did was I went to do inquiries, came back to the house. I think the fees per semester was 1,400. I came back, I told them it was 700 cedis. They said, okay, cool, 700. Both of them can come together and pay my fee. So where am I going to get the extra 700 from? Yes, that is where my savings came in. Yeah, I had to drop out. So I dropped out of school from Data Link University. That means my university education is shattered. And I worked throughout, and God being so good. One day, I spoke to a big person of ours called Mr. Kujo, Engineer Kujo. And I had to go for my first interview with Ghana Water Company Limited. That was where a bit of breakthrough came for me. I became a staff of Ghana Water Company Limited. Another journey with stress, struggles. I had to move from Accra to Takrade. Stayed in a church. Assemblies of God. Yes, a church.
You were living in the church?
Yeah, I was, because I had no accommodation. It was a church. I don't know if it's Assemblies of God, but it's around Second D, where the runabout fishes. There's a big church there. A friend of mine was fellowshipping with them. So that was where I was living. I lived with them for 6 months before, because of the distance, because I have to be moving, I have to wake up very early in the morning to work and start. So one of our supervisors at Ghana Water offered me a storeroom for his. I think he was also an upcoming pastor. So he had instruments kept there. So these are the instruments, a small cubicle like this, and I had my mattress like this within the small cubicle, packed with a whole lot of stuff. So I was living here comfortably. I had to manage. It was closer to work, and it wasn't time draining looking at the other place, even though it was more comfortable over there. So one time I told myself, no, I need to save so that I can move from this place to a more comfortable place, so that I would have my peace of mind. When you're stable mentally, you can work properly. I saved and got a place. That was my first time enjoying a good environment for me to sleep, wake up with nothing in the room, but I was good, I was okay, because it was very serene. Hi, so yes, very serene. I have a customer here who has been with us for more than a year now. Her name is Miss Baba, aka Queen B. Yes, so Queen B will join us for a little insight of our customer services and how she enjoys our food each and every time.
So one thing that keeps me coming back here is his impeccable service. Usually we are being turned off by people and their services, even if their food is good. We get the chance to eat good food and experience the good service he and his workers provide. So I personally enjoy coming here most times.
What's your favorite dish?
Okay. It's not just one. I had never eaten fufu outside anywhere ever. This was the very first place I ate fufu. My husband was totally shocked the very first time he heard me eating fufu here. So I do like the omuto and palm nut soup though. It's one of my favorites. And then I think the granite soup as well.
So I stayed in Takrade in that same room, very comfortable. Life was getting better. I had most of my struggles reducing, but it dawns back on me that you have to go back to school. You didn't have the chance. This is the chance. So quickly, there was a good school around, which is Ghana Technology University. I went and picked from. Before then, I informed our regional chief manager, Mr. Tepu. I told him about me wanting to go back to school. He advised me and picked up the form. And yes, I paid for my fees after I was being admitted. Paid for my fees from my job, savings and stuff. So I had to pay for my fees every semester. You know, back then it was a private school. So every semester I was paying close to 2,000, more than 2,000 from the same salary I'm being paid. You can imagine how I did it. It wasn't by magic, but it was by determination. I still wanted to go back to school. So I schooled with them, came out successfully, completed and graduated as well. So one time, my mom gave me a call that my big sister, who back then helped me to be able to enroll in the school. Exactly. So she had to go undergo some surgeries and she came out successfully. She was under recovery. Within the period of a week, she just left us.
Oh.
Yes, that is the breadwinner. A breadwinner leaving us. That means a last baby with no stress now would have to embark on a different journey. That was how come I had to move from Takrade to Accra. Because one day I told myself, no, this new burden of mine, I wasn't prepared, Father. What do I have to do? I asked for
divine intervention.
Divine interventions. I also spoke to my company on a transfer to Accra, so that if my old lady calls me that she needs me, the family needs me, it wouldn't be of stress. And it wasn't successful. I had no choice than to just resign. And on that very day, I slept, woke up, and I told God, this is a new journey I'm about to embark on. It's more like starting from a scratch. And I've been there before. So physically, spiritually, emotionally, I have the experience. So I was challenged to do this again. I mean, I had good potentials with Ghana Water. I had potentials of becoming a manager somewhere. I had potentials of becoming a regional manager, district manager. There are so many positions.
So all of those things shut down after your sister passed.
Exactly.
That really affected you?
It affected me.
Wow.
Because I had to take up a new mantle of a breadwinner. I wasn't prepared. So it's either I stay there and be stressed by coming to Accra each and every time with a whole lot of problems. Imagine my old lady needs me right about now. How do I move from 4 hours journey to Accra? I can't afford the flight. Even the flight is 30 minutes. So I was supposed to choose. I came up with an idea that why don't I start a business? I mean, I'm a market person. I'm not an office person. I love doing business. So I woke up, took my resignation letter to the office, and I mean, they were all advising me, why do you want to do that? And of course, I keep saying, wherever I go, I'll keep saying that they were right. Because no sensible person would just resign for no sensible person. Nobody understood. I didn't even understand myself what I was doing.
Meanwhile, you needed money.
I needed money. So I told myself, no, God, if this is your will, let it happen. I don't know how, but so quickly, I slept one day and I was mourning my late sister. So it was out of the dream, and the name Feels came out, like being in pains and feeling something like an edge.
Wow.
To tear something apart, to break out of chains. You can imagine that was how come the name Feels came about. So the name Feels, that I had it from a dream. So I came to Accra, shortlisted few things I would want to do. That was how come Feels 94 came about, because I was mourning my late sister, and you could feel the edge. If you're feeling something, like even in pain, it's feelings. Yes, you want to break out of a chain, it's feelings. That was how come the name Feels came about. Let's leave this. after having that beautiful dream that led to the name Fuse, I was now convinced that I can just move back to Accra to start this business. I wrote down a few lists, cross-checked with the first one, which was a transport business. People advised me. I took few advice from people. People were saying don't venture. I had small savings. Back then in Ghana, we had credit unions and stuff. So you were being like you had monies being saved somewhere. I took all those monies and I ventured into transport business with no experience, no coaching, nothing. That was my downfall.
Really?
Yes.
The transportation
business. That was my downfall.
Okay.
So I started off with a driver, and from the beginning it was good. You got to a point, problems here and there, and they say, what you not say. I was getting frustrated. One time he called me that the car broke down at Kaukudi. There's the road leading to Circle, Kaukudi.
Okay.
Around Accra Girls.
Accra Girls.
Yes. Yeah. I was staying at Spintex. I picked a trotro, got there, found few people to help push the car, found a featuring shop, and we had to push it to that side. I left there around 6:37, and I had to walk from where the car was pushed to all the way to 37 on the streets very late, and I was crying. I broke down. I was walking, crying. I've never said this anywhere, but I was crying. That was the very first time I regretted resigning from Ghana Water Company. I called a colleague of mine and told her, maybe you knew. And she's a lady. She motivated me and said, you knew what you wanted to sign, you signed for. Yeah. So do it. I got to 37, picked the car home, and fast forward, I took over the car. Said no, if people can't work with it, I would have to do it myself. So I drove Uber for more than a year. I still have my account, yes. People don't know about this. I drove Uber more than a year. So I think I've driven through most places because I have about 1,000+ rides.
Okay.
In within that terrain of a year plus. So one time I had to venture into another business, give out the car again, went into construction. From the beginning it was good, but I got to a point we had issues here and there, and thinking the car was also doing well, not knowing whoever I gave it to also went the wrong way, started misbehaving. So it broke me down again. I nearly went into depression, which I did, but it might be a partial one.
Okay.
For 3 months, I was indoors.
3 months?
3 months.
In your room?
Yes, I was indoors. It was a good friend of mine who spoke to me each and every time. He was talking to me before I came out again. So before I came out, I was in chat with one of my old friends called Theo. He lives in Germany, and he introduced me to my new business, that is the Birkenstock business. Okay. So I came back into action. So I failed two businesses. The third one was the Birkenstock business. That was my luck.
Normal bag that we wear,
yes,
the slipper.
Yes, that was my luck.
Okay. Please walk us through.
Yes, so that was my luck. I did that for more than a year before I decided to venture into a Chopbar because I had it on my list as well. Yes, so this is the fourth business. The first two failed woefully, like failed to the extent that you might not even want to rise again. I felt nothing of myself. Whilst the name Fuse was there, but still felt nothing of myself. So I had to put in the work. With this project, it was like the first feeling I had when I sent my resignation letter. I wasn't listening to anyone. This very one too, I wasn't listening to anyone. I came here, found an old friend around. We went this survey. It wasn't even here. Okay. Yeah, so we did survey, wanting land somewhere to start this because I already had the ideas and plans already. To the extent that we didn't get a place to start, but we had a place along the Hotel Road leading to Julicat. Okay. You see, when you're moving, there are small containers on this side. When you're leaving, you just pay attention.
So this area is Malam.
This is Malam, New Bawi, Malam. Yes. Okay. So we wanted a land close to the main road because this business you need a space close to the main road for easy accessibility, and we were denied. I lost hope, but this is what saved me. I got this land, I got this space here. We started outside. It was just outside, not here. It was just outside, and we started promoting bit by bit. It took me time before I slept here for 6 months.
This space?
Yes, I slept in this container for 6 months.
This very container?
Yes, because I was living at Oyarefa, and there was works going on.
Can I show the container?
Yes, of course you can. Yeah, I mean, I started off with this structure.
Okay.
And yes, it was nicely positioned here, but I had nothing in it. But we've already done the floors, so I could close this container. I was living at Oyarefa, so I slept here.
In this small
Yes, I slept on this floor. I wish a friend of mine called Gilbert, he knows. I was sleeping here. Okay. For 6 months before we're done. Okay, so right after finishing, this part was finished. Now we had to move to the kitchen aspect. What do? There was no funds. I had a private car by then, and Elantra, by then. So I was like, no. I already sold the Uber one to help me in building up this place. So the only property I had left was my private car. And I had to sell that one finally to stock the place, to buy certain things, to be able to open Fuse 94. So after that, we were able to open the business.
Was the 94 part of the
dream?
Does it have any?
Yes, with the 94, the 94 is a birth of a beloved, a loved one. So I had to add that up in showing appreciation to the person, making it Fuse 94. But in a nutshell, the Fuse 94 takes us back to the 90s.
Yes.
That is the vibe I'm bringing. You see, back then they had nothing like social media and other stuff. So we've seen old videos of them boogieing, dancing, enjoying, having fun. So yes, we were trying to bring back their old ways into our new ways, you know. Yeah, so tradition wise, this low culture is a low culture, but we don't want to miss out on what our forefathers used to enjoy. That is why we have the Zanu experience, so that when people come here, you know, our age now, people are not used to the old ways. So we created something, an experience, so that when people come here, they can be part of our food preparation on Sunday. Exactly. So yes, that is a Zanu experience. When they come here and they want to spice up, because our soups we don't put in much pepper and stuff. It's very normal, so that even a kid can have a taste. Until you have your own experience, and you know, you become part of our food preparation. Okay. Yes.
Okay. You set up a baking stock business. What made that business successful to pave way for Fuse 94?
Well, it was an online business. It had nothing to do with me renting space. It had nothing to do with me paying bills. It was just myself. I wasn't paying anyone. So I had time to promote it properly. And God being so good, I had a bit of influence on social media, which also helped out in pushing the baking stock business. So that business also helped in finishing this place, because the resources, the funds and the profits and stuff were, I had to bring them back to finish, to help me build this place bit by bit. So if I need an extra thing, then I would have to make sure I sell within the week. I take out my profit and I buy and put it here. So I was doing that. So this business was, how should I even put it, was supported mainly from the baking stock.
How much profit were you making at that time from the baking stock business?
Okay, so with the baking stock business, you know, sometimes back then the dollar wasn't a bit of a problem, so shipment wasn't really affecting us like now. So we were able to make at least is it 50, 70, 80? It depends. As in profit wise, it depends on who you ask. Mostly we normally do wholesale prices to people, because we have to start from there to edge people, because if you want to sell one by one, it takes time. So wholesale brought a bit of other people who wanted to buy for themselves. That was when we started with the retails as well.
Well, let's go back to when you went into a bit of depression after you lost those two businesses. What was the specific thing that friend told you?
Wake up, start all over again. We go fit do one. That'd be what he said. We go fit do one. Those are the words of websites. He said we go fit do one. So with this mindset, it took me back to the days of because we've struggled together before. So I had to go back and remembered few things that no, we had to overcome. I was like, no, I can still do. So I believe it was the mindset and the encouragement from him that made me put myself together again to start this whole new journey.
Business. So fast forward to you started Phil's 94. I realized that your Sundays are very busy.
Yeah, and it didn't take us a day. It took us time because I remember most Sundays we normally give out our foods
free.
Yeah, for free. Like people don't buy, people don't come. We've cooked. I have to give it out. I don't keep frozen foods. I don't like keeping leftover foods. One thing about me, I cook. It must get finished. I have to cook and prepare another one the next day.
So do you partake in the cooking process?
Yes, from the beginning I was part.
Okay.
But there are so many responsibilities now.
That
so I have an
it.
able team now who are following the pattern, the exact route.
Your ideologies and vision.
Not to miss out on certain things. Yes, so if in the course of and they go off, I realize then we put them back on track. Because if I don't do that, I can't be at one place forever. I need to move to
another. Exactly. So and you have a second business, the first business, that's the baking stuff to run as well.
So when it comes, I'm the only one working with that. I need to be there. I need to be here. So if you don't build that trust, a team to be able to follow your steps, it'll be a bit difficult for me. So I had to do that. I have videos, pictures. I tell them, this is where we started from. This is this. I would want to position your mind so that you wouldn't be so comfortable because you've seen a new structure. No, this is not where we started from. So that means we need to go extra hard. It was the beginning of the business. Some Sundays, even till now, if food doesn't get finished, I don't keep them. I have to give it out. But back then it was worse because I was struggling to promote the place. I was struggling because can you imagine people would have to drive all the way from Tema to get here just to eat. So with the name Fuse, I needed to make that work because you have a name Fuse and people would have to travel. It was just recently that people from Malam even got to know Fuse. 90% of my customers come from far. They don't come from no. I had to build customers outside the box. I have this perception that you won't be accepted where you come from.
Okay.
Yes. So before I do anything, before you even realize, I'm even thinking outside the box. I knew one day they will come, but I needed to focus on the outside people who buy into my idea,
and then they can sell it to the local people.
Exactly.
What do you do on a regular day when you're cooking?
Okay, so we start off by having a team prayer. Wash our staff very well. I believe in cleanliness a lot because these are foods that will be consumed. So, in a nutshell, I make sure we cook fresh foods all the time. This job, it's all about passion. You can't do it if you don't have the passion, no. Because we are more like problem solvers all the time. Every now and then, there is something small you would have to tackle. So yes, with the kitchen aspect, probably some other time they are extra busy now, but some other time I'll take you through the procedures. As
a businessman, what would be one of your biggest regrets so far, where you've gotten to?
My biggest regrets right now would be letting my God down. Yes, to let the Almighty Father down, because He knew about this day before I was even born. So me being a vessel, I need to play my role. He's the Almighty Father, but He has also given us wisdom. He has given us the opportunity. So it will be my biggest regret to let Him down. Recently, an old friend of mine sent a message wanting to venture into this business, and the first thing I did say was, do you have passion? And he doesn't want to listen to that. I'm sure he has money, so he wants to, but I was also trying to look at the other angle, trying to let him know that if he has passion, I wanted to find out if he has passion, but he wasn't paying attention. So what I'll tell the youth is, anything you want to do, first of all, make sure you have passion, the willpower. Make sure you fall in love with what you want to do. If you don't find these things around what you want to do, you'll break down. Because every business has its ups and downs. If you don't have the passion, the edge to keep pushing, to keep trying, you will fail woefully. You might fail even if you have the passion, but you will fail woefully if you don't have the passion at all. At least if you have the passion, you'll be able to survive in a way or two. But if you don't have the passion, I won't advise you to venture into any business.
how much do I need to get a plate? An asanka of fufu.
Wait. People are even thinking we do plate, but we don't do plates here at Fuse 94 Chopbar. As much as 50 cedis, you can get a bowl of fufu, banku, omutu, and eat. We have fufu which starts from 10 cedis and above. You can buy goat, you can buy chicken, you can buy tilapia. So if you have let's say 30 cedis, you can even have a good meal to eat at Fuse 94. Let's say 30 cedis, you buy fufu 10 cedis, you buy chicken 20 cedis, maybe 30 cedis.
You sell fufu for 10 cedis?
Yes,
that's
sell fufu for 10 cedis.
Is that not considered to be cheap?
Yes, it's very affordable.
Okay.
Yes, with high taste but very affordable.
Yeah, boss. I mean, where I can pick you, know, was that the owner?
Yeah, the guy you saw me with.
You interview him?
Yeah, I can't interview.
Oh, okay.
It's solid.
I swear.
Why you talk for that?
I talked for that before.
Hey!
My guy.
If I tell him, he go laugh.
I swear. In food, the aroma alone, I beg, make not go there.
Oh, really?
It be more than woman. I tell you, me first, no, I figure say the woman you own.
Oh, okay.
But later, I can't see. I was like, no, make a busy. You say whether it be or
it be young guy. The guy, it be
I
young.
swear, boss. Then the guy is blessed.
Really?
He's blessed. I'll just urge everyone to go try and see. They will love it.
You love. How many times have you eaten over there?
I've eaten over there twice.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What took you there?
Okay. There was this guy that made a request someday. So I took him there and I was like, where is this joint? Like, what's the name of the joint? And he told me. I was like, okay, I'll just have my way around one of these days. So we were there on Sunday with a friend of mine. So the friend was like, Charlie, let me go find something to chop. I was like, I see some joint before Malam there. Maybe go try them. Because as I try them, the guy they talk say, I go drop somebody. The guy they talk say the food they be. Make we now we go try them then see say whether it be true or not. Okay. Because me are not I hate lies. So we go. The first time we go, Charlie, the way now the place was parked there, I'm not gonna lie you. We go park the car for some place, we walk them. So I was like, my boy was like, Charlie, the way we dey walk there, the food not go on now. The way I go this you, I was like, oh, you make no worry. As we dey go, I be me and you come, so we dey go try them. And we never regretted going there. The food was so good. The food was so good. And it's one thing is affordable as well.
Oh, okay.
Very affordable. So I'll just urge in each and every one to go there on Sundays. Okay. That's when you get the vibe.
Okay, you ate it on Sunday?
Sunday, yeah. We went there on Sunday. We've been there twice.
Wow.
We've been there twice. And with my friend, whenever I'm not around,
oh
yes.
Your friend sold you out.
Yeah, he sell me out.
He sell you out.
He sell me out.
Sell you out.
I swear, my friend sell me out.
I mean, this is so interesting because this is the same day that I spoke to the CEO, and then I met you, an online driver who has also patronized the place before. Yeah. I mean, it's such a good thing having such a good remarks, especially when the business belongs to a young guy.
Yeah.
Doing such a remarkable job. I'm happy that I met you and you also added your review of the place.
Well, the place there. Me, that's why I'm saying, me talking might feel like, oh, I'm overhyping the place, but when you go there, you see it's not hyping. That's the real deal. That's the real deal.
So guys, what I'll do is that today is actually big day. So maybe this Sunday I'll pass by that place and I'll try to eat.
My boss, so, make you pass through.
I will pass.
Make you pass through.
I will pass through. And
then you can't give your testimony.
Okay.
Can't give your testimony. That'll be all.
My name is Dr. Sam. The program is RideAndChat. Boss, your final words before we do.
My final words will be: don't give up.
Okay.
Yes. do not give up. Nothing good comes easy. There's an old adage that says Rome wasn't built in a day. And of course, Rome wasn't built in a day. A good friend of mine called Kwabna Young would always say, there is nothing in doing nothing. That means whatever you do, the good Lord will bless you. Even the Bible says He blesses what we use our hands for. So our handworks will definitely be blessed. Our works will never go in vain. So of Fuse 94, we're on all the social media platforms. I'll start from Facebook, which has a following, almost 60,000 followers now. Yeah, we are hearing and gathering almost 60,000 on Facebook now. So when you log on into your Facebook account, just type Fuse 94 Chopbar. So Fuse 94, FEELS 94, a space out, then Chopbar all together. So we're on Facebook as Fuse 94 Chopbar, Instagram all together, Fuse 94 Chopbar, TikTok all together, Fuse 94 Chopbar. So yes, on our WhatsApp platforms, you can reach us on 050-497-6470. 050-497-6470. Yeah, and I promise you, Fuse 94 Chopbar is here to stay, and we will take it to the world. Thank you very much.
Okay, so guys, on behalf of myself, Dr. Sam, and my boss, we say bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.